I think that's good, right? We got best date, worst date, best GF, best pho, worst GF, and then craziest party. I think that's good. I can't think of anything else, so I think these are like good options. Mm. Thoughts? I think these are all good. I don't know what else to add, so I think we just spin it. So let's just see what we get. Okay. So I guess the worst girlfriend story for that. I'm trying to think. How do I explain? Okay, so when we met, play Subway Surfer gameplay in the back for the TikTok. Oh yeah, I will. This is probably gonna be like a really long TikTok clip though. But I have done something like this before. I've done like a craziest two-man story, and I ended up talking for 30 minutes straight because it was insane. But never cracks though, sadly. But back to the main thing though. Um, so we met on like pretty much like on Snapchat, right? I add her, and then this was like around winter time. This is like November or something like that. Like it's like snowing hard, and I'm dog sitting at the time. So I'm dog sitting at like my neighbor's house, just vibing. Winter arc, pretty much, bro. And little bit of backstory too. I think the backstory is gonna really help, right? So this was the same year that I got like heartbroken by that one girl, and I like had like closed my eyes and all that. Like it's like that same year, just like way later, right? A few months later, because I was all the way in January, and then this is November. That's gonna come in like an important thing, right? So my lung collapsed end of September, right? This is all like important stuff, right? So my lung ended up collapsing in September, and I had like I was in the hospital for like 5 days for that. Pretty scary. I could probably do like a whole story of that, but like I was in the hospital for a while. They like put like a chest tube in me and everything. So pretty crazy stuff, right? So and then while this is all going on, I'm doing like CNA classes for like the certified nurse assistant, like like the people in the hospital that like they like do the vitals and stuff like that. It's like those dudes is so I'm like trying to get my license for that because I was trying to be like a nurse during the time. This is like freshman year of college, so I'm doing all that. So I had to like relax on it, and then like my teacher gave me a pass for like being in the hospital or whatever. So shout out to her. But so about a week after that, I ended up cracking someone else, and this girl that I ended up doing that with looks like the girl that I was heartbroken with. I met up with her, and I was like, holy, you look just like someone that I know. And it's like I said that like after I was done. I was done saying that like immediately. But like in my head I was thinking it, right? So after we are like because we went for like a few rounds, and I told her about it, and she was like, you should text her then. I was just like, I don't know about that. So I don't text her, and then a few days later, I'm like at a Costco, and I swear, like, yeah, like you ever see someone like in like their back of their head or something like that, and you're like, is that them or is it not? You know what I mean? Like, I had that kind of experience. I was in like the middle of a Costco. It's like October 18th at this point or something like that. And I was like, oh my god, that might be her. I never got like the full like front view or anything like that. I just saw like the back of their head, and that's it. The back of her head. So that night, right? That was a few night like they're like me seeing them at Costco was a few days after that happened. So I ended up texting her like a paragraph saying, and don't ever do this, bro, right? Like learn from me, right? I ended up sending her a paragraph about like saying like she was missing for me and like all this cheesy stuff and everything. Sunyan, yo, chill. That's what I'm saying. Learn from my mistakes, bro. Don't ever do it. But so I do that. Whoa. But yeah, so I do that and typo. Yeah, okay. So I end up I send the message at like 3:33 a.m. like on purpose because girls like angel numbers and all that for some reason. So I don't know if she was really like that or not, but I was just like a lot of girls like it. So and they think it like means something. So I ended up waiting. I don't know if it was 1:11, 2:22, or 3:33. It was one of those two. I don't remember, but like yeah. So that's an important thing, right? And then I got blocked the next day on like everything, right? Because I wasn't blocked, right? She never blocked me. She just unadded me. So that happens, and then a few weeks later, right? So like that happened. I'm like, all right, well, I mean, I just airballed, I guess, but live and learn. So that's going on. Yeah, straight up airball. So yeah, that's going on. And so I'm just, vibing. And then 2 weeks later, I ended up adding the girl on Snap. And this girl ends up being my girlfriend, right? So, like, we're talking. I'm dog sitting during this time. And it's like a winter storm. Like the day that I ended up meeting her, it was like a winter storm. I was supposed to have my clinicals, which is like something that you have to do to get like your CNA. And it got canceled because of like the snowstorm. Woodbury getaway. Facts, facts. Um, so yeah, it ended up getting canceled. So I'm just chilling in the house, pretty much just doing nothing, just vibing, chilling. No homework or anything, just doing whatever I want. I think I was just on my phone, just like watching YouTube or something like that. But anyways, so we start talking. I'm there for like a week or something like that, just dog sitting, pretty solid money. And so I stopped dog sitting, and like while we're dog sitting, we're like FaceTiming and stuff like that, and we're like planning on like our day because she was like 15 minutes away. She was in like the town like right next door, pretty much. So I was like, all right, bet we can like go out sometime then. So we're like having like a good bond like over the phone. We're like really clicking, right? So I think okay, so we went on our first date. Everything's chill and everything, and we were going pretty fast, honestly, cause like we met in like the beginning of November, and then we went on like a few dates, and then like midway through November we ended up going official. So basically, don't ever rush, right? Don't ever rush because then it's just gonna fall apart pretty fast. Um, so that's going on, and oh yeah, by the way, while we were FaceTiming and all that, like while I was dog sitting, I ended up I don't know how it came up, but I told her I was like, oh my god, wait, I know someone that went to her high school, which was that girl, right? Turns out they used to be friends. They weren't really friends at the time anymore, but they still like talk to each other. You know how girls are. Like they're like they'll not be friends, and then they'll be friends, not be friends, talk to each other a little bit. Like, it's weird. So I guess they were like friends for real. Yeah, bro. The girls are so confusing, but like, so they're friends, and I guess they were like really close around the time I was talking to the other one, and so my ex, right, like the girl that I'm like currently talking to in this November, literally told me, she was like, "Oh my god, wait, they say just hate them. Next day they hug you." Facts, bro. It's so weird, bro. Or they'll like stop being friends over like the smallest stuff, and then like a week later they're like best friends again. It's like, make up your mind. Like, but yeah, so they used to be really close around the time I was talking to like the girl I was heartbroken with. And she even said, she was like, "Oh my god, she might have showed me a picture of you back in the day, and I just don't remember." But she thinks that happened. If it happened, I have no idea. But yeah, so that's going on, and I get like, the lore, like, okay, so they used to be friends. So when I hear this, and honestly, this might be kind of toxic about me, but like when I found out they're like in the same high school and kind of close, my brain immediately went to this. And don't ever think like this ever, bro. My brain, I think I'm just like toxic or something, but like my brain was like, they're kind of friends. Prom is gonna come up soon. So in my head, I'm thinking I'm gonna be official with this girl so I can try to get closer to the other one again. Don't ever think that way. Don't ever be toxic, bro. Just don't, bro. I feel bad about doing that, but yeah, we didn't even make it to prom. But so yeah, bro, it's pretty bad. So yeah, that was going on. So yeah, my thought process was like, yeah, I'm gonna get close just so I can like be close to her again. Don't ever do that, bro. It's awful. Um, so yeah, we ended up going official later, and then she hard launches me. Like, we hard launch each other on Instagram. That was mistake number two. And that the night we hard launched, so many things happened, bro. It was a nightmare. Not because of her, it's because like all the stuff that like I have done in the past came in out of nowhere, bro. So they hard launch, and I had this other girl I was talking to on the low, like on Instagram, because she was like a freak and she lives far, like a few hours away. So I was like, don't know if I'm ever gonna be able to like really do anything, but like. So she's a character in this, I guess. And and then the other one that I was like heartbroken with saw uh the current girlfriend's post and was just like, wait, is that who I think it is? And then she ends up saying stuff about me that like, how it ended, and like the paragraph that I sent like a few weeks before we started talking. So she says that, and then the other character that I was talking about a second ago was over here telling me, because like we were like talking a little bit during like September, and then she said like she lost the spark with me. So I was like, all right, that's cool. I hope you find something, because like we are like hours apart, like, or hours away. So it's like, what am I gonna do? I'm not even a fan of long distance like that, bro. Long distance is torture. I've done it before. It was awful. Um, Honestly, I could have made the story about that to be honest, but I chose this one instead. What even is that emote? Okay. Um, where was I? Okay, yeah. So, and then so this girl starts talking to me. She's like, "I was gonna send you a message about how I'm ready to be with you again and stuff like that." And I was like, "Well, I'm like, I have a girl now. Like, we can't, you know." So and she ended up getting like being heartbroken about that for some reason. It's like, bro, we weren't talking like at all until like since September or something like that, and we weren't even like official or anything like that. But she did have me, you know, like a little like sidestep, right? We were talking around like August and September. She tells me like, "Hey, pose this picture and say Happy National Girlfriend Day." On God, bro, I literally made my account private and I went on the story settings and made it so only she could see the story. Don't hate the player, hate the game, bro. But yeah, I literally did that because like I was like, you know what, I'll keep her for fun, you know. So yeah, just like little side stories. Like she thinks that I like love her and everything, and like I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'll say the words even if I don't mean it. But yeah. Anyways, back to like what I was saying though. So she's all heartbroken about all this, and I'm just like, I'm sorry. And then she was like, we were supposed to be together and all this, and she ends up going to the hospital for some reason because I guess she like punched a mirror and like the glass got in her hand or stuff like that because she was so mad. What? Yeah, I know, bro. That's like saying, oh, and it's your, yeah, bro, it's my fault, you know, it's, of course. So my girlfriend at the time, right? She was just like, okay, wait, hold on, because I was telling her everything that was going on, and she was like, okay, just talk her through it, because like that's kind of crazy. My like my girl during that time was like, she was a real one, low key for that, like, you know, because you know no one ever deserves to like go through pain just because of that, you know, like even though it's stupid of a reason, but still. So we're like, me and her were both actually trying to calm her down, honestly. And then yeah, a few days later, she was like fine or whatever. I don't even remember if she actually went to the hospital. Or maybe she was just saying it. I don't even know. But yeah, so that was going on, and then you know the whole day kind of like it mellowed out from there, and then but she was also kind of mad at me because it was like, are you still in love with the other girl? Because I sent her a paragraph like a few weeks before we were dating, and I was over here lying, like I was over here like, no, I don't like her anymore. Like I'm in it for you. So yeah, I'm over here doing that, and she ends up forgiving me, and she like messaged me like a paragraph of like how good of a boyfriend I was, I guess. Which I mean, you know, we take those, you know, we take those. Anything to feed the ego. So yeah, that happened, and so it's kind of like mellowed out now. And then you know, like she was like kind of mad at me, like you know, still from it. But it was also because like her time of the month was happening soon, so like there's that too. So yeah, that happened, and then I have more clinicals that I have to do. So I'm like, so it's pretty much like free labor, bro. Like you're not getting paid for it at all. It kind of sucks, but like whatever. So I'm doing that, and then when I'm doing like, I have to do like an old folks home pretty much, and the one I was like doing the clinical at was kind of close to her. So like she would text me every once in a while, like, yo, if you ever need like food, like I got you. But she was still kind of mad at me for, everything that happened like a few days ago. Which makes sense. I don't blame her for that. Um yeah, we ended up making up and everything. And then now it's like December. Now I have the actual lung surgery because they told me that I had some stuff in my lungs that, like, if they said that they're called like blebs, like BLEB, and they're like these little balloons, and if they pop, then that causes collapsed lungs, and I'm not trying to have that pain, bro. So they did like a removal to like get rid of those little balloons. So that's going on. She visits me in the hospital. Everything's normal, right? Damn, yeah, bro, it was crazy. So yeah, she visits me in the hospital. She gets me like a little teddy bear stuffed with like Hershey's Kisses. Honestly, bro, the more that I talk about it, Loki, she was kind of a W. But yeah, um, so yeah, she gave me like some gifts when she came and visited me. I was only in there for 2 days for that. It was just like the surgery and then like make sure I can like recover and everything. And like I was good. I was in there for like 2 days. I was supposed to be there for three, but I was good on the second. I was just, so nonchalant and all that. So, yeah, I ended up going back home. I have a huge, like, thing on, like, the side of me. I still have the scars and everything, but, like, I got this huge thing. It's, like, stitches, and it had, like, a thing, like, something that, like, my shower wouldn't come off. Like, it was, like, saran wrap looking type of, like, medical saran wrap, pretty much. And then, like, gauze and all that. So, and then they ended up taking it off like a week later or something like that. But yeah, I have that. So I was like trouble sleeping. I can't really be on my side and stuff like that. Around that time was when I actually first started streaming. My very first stream was during that time. So that's happening. And yeah, so I'm like kind of just like I can't really go anywhere, right? I'm like just in the house, can't do nothing. So I'd just be at home for like pretty much like the entire month, and it kind of sucked because I was like winter break for like college students, and like like so all my friends were like back from like college like for like the winter, and like college winter break is like a month long. So yeah, so that was going on, and so yeah, I'm like kind of just like stuck in my house, and the main problem with the girl, right, was that she was really clingy. Like she would text me all the time. Like she would blow up my phone, and like for me, I don't know if this is just me, but like when I'm talking to someone, I want like a little bit of space, but also know that like you're not ignoring me. You feel like you know what I'm saying? Like I don't want you blowing up my phone. I like physical clingy. Yeah, that's fine, but even then it can be too much sometimes. Like texting clingy is a lot worse though. Cause okay, so I'm over here, right? She blows up my phone and like I have like a fatigue problem, right? I have like low thyroid and I even have like I'll get mono every once in a while. It sucks, but like I have a fatigue problem. So I sleep a lot. Like yeah, I could be freaky, but I would rather just hug if you feel me. Yeah, bro. Honestly, that's way better. Honestly, like getting freaky and all that, it's kind of overrated. Don't know if that's just me, but or maybe it's better when you're actually like in love with them. But other than that, like if it's just like some lust, like when I stand, like it's so mid, bro. Like coming from me, bro. If you ever decide to do that, bro, it's awful. Don't like you have the chance between starting to do that and not doing it, just choose not to do it, dude. Like it's such a bad path. No matter what it's for. If you're doing it like recover from something or anything like that, it's awful. Don't do it. You don't even feel like fulfilled after, bro. Literally gooning feels better. But so yeah, so she was really clingy, and that's what made her like kind of bad for me. Cause like she was texting clingy, and then also when we would go out, she would like I mean holding hands is normal, but like she would want to be all up on me all the time. Which I mean I'm chill with that sometimes, but not every second. It's gotta be a balance. But the texting clingy was a lot worse though. Like I remember this one time with her. I told her I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go. Like, we're gonna like go out for a little bit, like just like we call them like like we'll just hang out for a little bit. It's kind of like nighttime." My girlfriend was like that, bro. It's so bad when it's like that, bro. But like, so this one time, I'm like, all right, we're gonna go hang out. It's maybe like 6 o'clock at like 6 p.m. or something like that. We're gonna go hang out, chill in the car, maybe just chill. We never got freaky. Me and her never got freaky. We did, half a body, but not nothing like that. But yeah. So I know that wasn't like a lust thing. So we were good for that. But she was still really clingy. Like so, I'm like texting her at like 6 p.m. and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go pick you up. This is like November, like before the lung surgery. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go pick you up. And like we're like planning this. I was like, yeah, I can probably pick you up around like 6, something like that. And then like I always let her know like, all right, I'm coming. So I'm texting her a little bit, and then I'm like texting her. I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm about to leave right now, or something like that. I said something like that, and then my mom called me over and like wanted to talk to me for like a little bit. She's maybe talking to me for like 5 minutes tops, bro. Right? My mom was talking to me for like 5 minutes tops. My girl blowing up my phone thinking that I blocked her, bro. Like, just because I'm not answering your messages doesn't mean that you're blocked, dude. Like, why would I block you when I made plans to go out with you, like, in a minute that I'm about to leave, bro? Makes no sense, bro. We're official. Like, what are you doing? Made no sense. I don't know if it was when we were official or like before or like what it was, but like, yeah, it was like still, it was like, what are you doing? I'd leave my phone, then she would be like, "Hey, baby." Oh yeah, bro, that's awful. I would I would stop like in GTA terms, like I would just nah. That's horrible. But yeah, like that was going, and yeah, she thought I was like that I had her blocked, bro, and it was like no, bro. Just because I don't like text you for like 5 seconds is like chill. Then I would answer and she would just say, "Oh, bro, just to say that." Oh my god, bro. I don't understand it, bro. I probably have a pic somewhere. Oh, bro, I still have the messages on my phone, bro. I never deleted them. But yeah. So I think that was like the clingiest moment she's ever been like. But and then after my surgery, when I was like good, like I was kind of just hanging around in the living room, like my parents could like watch me to make sure that I'm like good and like taking all my meds and everything. And then if I was clingy to her, she would get mad. She would wait. And then if I was clingy to her, she would get mad. She could only be clingy to me. That's just unfair. But so yeah, it's like a few days after the surgery, I'm just in the living room, so my parents know I'm like taking my medicine and like that I'm good. My bad friend, no, you're good, bro. You're good. But yeah, so like they have to make sure that I'm taking my meds and everything. And she wants to visit me. So my parents met her before the surgery and everything like that. Like when we were official, like I had them meet. So she's been over to like the house before. And like my parents were chill with her, you know, like they're cool. But yo, you got Discord. What? That's such a random thing. But okay, so yeah, so like she's been at my house before, right? So like they know who she is, so they're like kind of chill with her, you know, missing the whole story. Yeah, were you listening for the story, bro? But let me get back into it though. So she starts visiting me after the lung surgery, and it's like all right, cool. So we would like watch a movie like on like the living room couch, and like we would watch like some normal regular movies, like even some kid movies, right? Like we would watch like Despicable Me or something like that, bro. Like just some chill type of vibes, bro. And like so I have to have this pillow on my left side because tough, bro. Despicable Me is so tough. So I have to have this pillow on my left side because that's like the bad side, right? That's like where I got the surgery at. So she's on my right side pretty much, and we're kind of just like huddled up on the couch, like we're just like there, and we're just we're chilling, right? She would ask me like before she would get there, like if I was hungry, if I wanted anything to eat, and like she was chill, bro. Like she was pretty chill, but um, she started coming over like a lot. So, and then my parents were starting to get tired of it. They're like, wow, she's over like all the time at this point. And then we also had this thing. It was like we were gonna do a gift exchange because it was like around Christmas now. It was like December like 10th or something like that, and she had plans to go like out of town for like winter break, right? So she was gonna leave like a little bit before Christmas. So like the gift exchange would be like way earlier. But it's hard to tell her to stop coming. Facts, bro. It really is. Cause like if she messages you like, "Hey, can I come over?" Like it's hard to say no, bro. It's so hard to say no. But low key, that's why you just try not to get her used to it. Try to make it like every once in a while. I think for me, it's because we would go out a lot, and it was like we would see each other all the time. So I think for her, it was like hard for me to like not go out and like go pick her up and like hang out. I think that's like what the main thing was. So if I wasn't really going out with her as much, then she probably would have been chill with it, and who knows, maybe we still would have been together. But like, she just got like way too like clingy and like attached. But also like even like when I wasn't on the couch, and like cause you know I wasn't like in pain as bad anymore. So I'd be like on the game with like my friends or stuff like that. And then she would call me every once in a while, and then girls get mad at you for no reason. So she just started getting mad at me like a lot for no reason, and I was just like, yo, like I can't really deal with this, bro. Like I'm over here in pain. My lungs just pretty much got like split open, like, and you're over here getting mad at me. Like, relax, pipe down, bro. So eventually, I literally like I was joking around. I was like, yo, I'm about to break up with my girl, bro. Like, over bro. They always fight over the dumbest things, bro. You say something in like the wrong tone. What was that? Like, bro, what? We serious? So, yeah, I was just like, man, I'm kind of tired of this at this point, bro. And so, the whole gift exchange, I couldn't even go get her like the gift that she wanted because I couldn't go anywhere. I was in my house. The pain was bad that I was like walking like an old man. I just got the hiccups again, bro. I need to like just stop breathing or something like that, bro. Not like, like that I'm gonna end it, like just, because I'm pretty sure you just hold your breath to like get rid of it. I once said you remind me of my bro, you can't say that, bro. Drink some water, you're right. I once said you remind me of my ex that cheated on me with my dad as a joke, and I didn't know how bad that hurt her. Got ghosted for the whole day. Bro, you like that's insane. I think honestly, I think you probably should have sold the joke even more though. Like make it obvious that it's like a joke, Like you could have been like, you remind me of my ex that like slept with my dad and is paralyzed from the neck down after or something, or just some random stuff. And her name is Sabrina Carpenter, or some random stupid stuff, bro. Like, because then she probably would have found it kind of funny. But yeah, where was I? Oh, like the gifts exchange. So I wasn't able to leave my house because I was just walking like an old man. I couldn't really do nothing. And then if I like get sick with like a bad lung, that would have been really bad. She got mad easy, then I would apologize, do the same stuff. My bad, no, you're fine, bro. But no, girls just get mad so easily, bro. It's insane. I don't know how or like why, but yeah. Um. So yeah, the gift exchange was supposed to happen. She already got my gift and everything, and like her parents know about me, and I think both of our parents thought we were moving too fast. And looking back at it, we definitely did. So, cause like honestly, like y'all let me know, like say in the chat when y'all think is like a good amount of time of like knowing her to dating her to being official, like a time frame, like but like the sweet spot is. Um, but yeah, we were going way too fast, and then when I broke up with her, I did it in the stupidest way possible. I was on the game with my friend. We were on Fortnite, and y'all know the meme of Adam Silver saying like get ready to learn Chinese, buddy. I had that on my phone ready to fire. And so, we're like talking a little bit, right? And then she's like telling me she was like already feeling kind of sad, I guess. And I told her, I was like, I think it's time for the paragraph that I owe you, because she said when she found out about that paragraph that I owe her a paragraph now. So I had a whole paragraph written, not about why I like her or anything like that, about why we should break up. And it wasn't ChatGPT either, because I've used ChatGPT for that before. But if Spur wins, I'm gonna shoot my shot at the stream. Oh, at the streamer I know name. What? Yo, ain't you like a dude, bro? Like that's kind of weird. I don't know about all that, bro. That's yeah, I know that's me, bro. I know. Nah, I'm a girl. I don't believe you at all. But so yeah, I ended up writing her a paragraph about why we should break up. And is it messed up? Yeah. When I get the chance, I'll make a link where you can see my breakup text. My breakup text is a lot worse, bro. But yeah, I ended up sending her a paragraph. And bro, I literally she said something along the lines of like cuz I don't want to look at the text, right? I don't want to like say nothing, cuz then she sees the clip or something like that. That's kind of wild. Or see like the YouTube video or whatever, but she literally but why break up with her unless she cheating? Girls can be crazy, you know? If you're a girl, you would really know that. But yeah, so I messaged her all of that, and she tells me, or no, first I tell her I was like, I don't know if I truly loved you. Bro got me. Yeah, I know. Caught. But yeah, I was like, I don't know if I truly love you. And then she was like, so that to me is like what like really like slipped it away. I was like, she really does not care about herself. She makes her whole life about me at that point. Because she loves me too much. I don't remember who said the words first, if it was me or her. Genuinely have no idea. It might have been me on accident, honestly. Now that I think of it. That pillow talk. But yeah, so yeah, she says all that in the messages and I'm like, yo, what? And so now at this point I'm just trolling. And then I end up sending her like the Adam Silver picture that just says get ready to learn Chinese, buddy. And yeah. I think I sent her like some other stuff too. Cause like I just did not care at that point. So yeah, I think that was the worst girlfriend that I had. Not even saying. I think it was just one of the worst experience. Like I only been official 2 times, so that was the worst like official girlfriend that I've had. Just because of how clingy it is, bro. Like you can't have someone be too clingy. Like my other, like the one that I had after that, way better in terms of like clinginess or whatever. Cause like she would give me the space. She had her own things going on, right? So like to me, it's like when you're texting someone, if you guys are like, going fast, y'all can keep the same pace, right? Like it's fine to go back and forth. But if it's like I text and then she texts like 30 minutes later, maybe she's doing something, and then maybe I'm caught up doing something, and now I text back a little bit later, that's fine. I think when it gets like an hour in or something like that and not saying nothing, about like what you're doing or something like that, like communication is key, right? Like that's when it gets kind of crazy. So to me, I think if you're gonna not text them for over an hour, tell them why, or like if you're doing something, you know so that way they don't end up blowing up your phone like that, or they give you space and you can be like, I'll text you when I'm done or something like that. you know I think that makes sense, and that's pretty much what she did. What are these links, bro? No way. You were actually able to get links of this? Those are three links of screen. Yeah, bro. How, bro? I didn't even know you're able to take screenshots like this. Like what app this is. Dang, bro has an Android. That's tough. This is a while ago. Here, let me look at it. I won't read it on stream or show it if you don't want me to, but that's pretty much like the end of my story though. Like, well, I'll just keep it because it does have a name on here, so just I mean, bro already put it in chat. I mean, yeah, that's true, but like, for like the Twitch VOD and everything, just But nah, let me look at this. Are you wanting to break up? Okay, wait. So this is you saying it. Oh, she broke up with you. Okay, I thought it was that you broke up with her. Okay, let me look at this. Last try. Wait, what does she mean last try though? Don't love you anymore, bro. That's something I would say. Awesome, like, you know what I mean? You're on and off 3 times. Oh, okay, that makes sense then. Okay, no, this right here pisses me off, right? I just miss what we had, and now that I have it back, I just don't want it. What? Like, make it make sense, bro. Like, how does that make any sense, bro? Bro, okay. Oh, and he vanished. It made no sense. Yeah, no, it really didn't, bro. But like, dude, for first things first, right? Don't ever go with someone that's like an ex or like from the past, right? Don't ever do it, right? It's awful. I've learned from friends and stuff like that and from like a little bit of experience. It's just not the right move, bro. Like it's going to end the same way that it did, if not worse. I think and you can put like the Albert and Einstein thing with this one, but a book isn't gonna change it no matter the book's ending isn't gonna change no matter how much times you read it. She was bad, bro. That don't matter, bro. Okay, no, look, bro, because you can tell me that like brunette. Okay, but still though, like you can tell me that I had 2007 Megan Fox as my ex, bro. And if she says that she wants me back, I'm not gonna do it for a relationship. I would only just hit it and quit it at that point. Just keep her on the side. How is that an airball? How is that an airball? That's like facts though. Like, because like if you ever have a girl, no matter how bad she is or whatever, you're right, yeah, bro. I know, bro. Because like if you have a girl, no matter how bad she is, it's gonna end the same way, bro. Like, just don't do it, bro. Like I just said, bro, you can read a book infinite amount of times, and the ending's gonna always be the same. Bars, right? I gotta add like the Steph Curry like chef hat is like a emo or whatever, or some kind of it's like something like that, bro. I gotta add that. Um, she also said I was the best boyfriend she had. Women lie, bro. I can tell that to a girl like, bro. I can text that to my ex right now, and she would probably want to talk to me again. Because in the last, he was not treated right. If you know. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I know what you mean. Like some charges, criminal stuff. I think that's what you mean. Or maybe just toxic relationships, but yeah, I think I know what you mean. Mild. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, that's pretty bad. But still, though, it's like even though like even if she says that, you just don't go back, bro. Like I want you to tell me, bro. If you had like think of your dream girl, right? Like I want you to think of your dream girl, and she left for my best friend. He's not a real friend then. Like that's against the bro code, bro. You can't do that. Yeah, Haley Van Lith. Yeah, I don't actually know what like she did, but yeah. But no, still though, like no matter what, bro. Like if you think of your dream girl, right? Like think of this, right? Think of your dream girl. You've had her one time. He asked for and you gave him the green light. That's wild. At least he asked for permission though. So he's not like fake for that, but like you giving him the green light is kind of crazy. But still though, like think of like your dream girl, dream crush or whatever, and I want you to think like, okay, I bagged her. Maybe we were together for like a year, and then we broke up, and now she's saying, "You're better than all these other guys. I want you back." Are you taking her back? He's my day one. I wanted him to be happy. Sometimes you gotta prioritize yourself, bro. Like no matter what, bro. Like even if you're like heartbroken about it, you can't. I don't know if I would take her exactly, bro. So the fact that you're over here taking her back just because she says that she treated you like back all or like she treated you right all the time or whatever it was, like that's just not it, bro. Like you either have it one time and then it ends, cool, move on. Don't go back, bro. It's never gonna end better. It's always gonna end the same or worse. Yeah, that was a while ago, aka a year ago, bro. But like, it takes time to heal, though. Yeah, like honestly, I'm gonna be honest. Damn, we're about to be at 5 hours. I'm gonna have to go to sleep after this, but I don't know if you saw the other ones. I deleted the links in the chat out, but yeah, I didn't see the other ones, but I think I get it. Like she was like fading out of love or something like that. That's pretty much what I'm getting at it. Which honestly, shout out to her for even owning up to that. Who knows who's with her? Who cares? And like I'll be real with you right now, bro. Like that girl that I was saying I was like heartbroken over. I still she didn't block me on TikTok or nothing. I still look at her TikTok. Yeah, at least she was honest. Yeah, I hate when girls lie about it. If girls lie about it, they never loved you. Keep it honest. This is true. But yeah, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you though. Like that girl that I was like talking about, I still look at her socials. Like the one that was like that I was heartbroken over. Not the girl that I broke up with. Not that one. I think she blocked me on everything. But like I don't really care. I didn't really like her that much at that point either way. But like I said, if I could text her back and tell her like, oh, I want you back. You're like the best thing that happened to me. She would take me back immediately, 100%. Same thing with my other ex. She'd probably come running back immediately, bro. Like it's all about manipulation. This is why I like your streams. It's a free space. I can chill, talk about stuff, not get judged, bro. That's what I'm gonna be like this like until I get like all the way through. I'm gonna be like when I'm famous, I'm gonna still be doing this, bro. Like I'm gonna try to be like the realest streamer possible, you know? Like I'm not gonna like judge people. I mean, if you're a hog, then like I'm gonna look at you a little like. Nah, I'm just playing, but but like start from the bottom, grind to the top. That's the plan, man. Starting to get money from this. The ads are actually helping, surprisingly. I don't know how, but yeah. But and the subs, of course, but you know, bits and everything. But honestly, I don't really care about the money right now. I was gonna say I chat a lot, but I keep it going sometimes. Yeah, bro. Like I like who cares if you chat a lot? Like it makes it more entertaining, and plus like there's more stuff on the screen, so people's attention spans when they're looking at the Twitch algorithm probably helps it. So my stomach is growling. All right. Literally, yeah, bro. Like I still want to know why you asked me if I had Discord though. We ain't gotta go to the shit. Nah, it's not that. I think I'm just hungry. It's 4 days. I've typed more than I have in Frown's chat in the past month. Bro, I don't even know who Frowns really is. Like, I know that your sister was glazing him the other day, or like pretty much every day that she's been in here. But because I'm trying to send you this, I'll tell you what, bro. I'm trying to make a Discord server right now. I have like the name and everything. I'm gonna keep trying to set it up and everything, and then maybe next stream it'll be ready, and then I'll put it on like the main page or whatever. Like, I'll let you know. Let me add you though. I got you. Honestly, both of y'all are always like in here. Y'all call me to the mod squad, bro.